Overcome depression. 7 secret signs of depression to look out for. Are you, or someone you know, suffering from depression? Maybe you aren't 100% sure what to look out for when it comes to low mood and depression. There are some hidden signs of depression that are worth knowing about. Many people who suffer from depression are likely to have experienced some of these secret signs of depression. If you can begin to understand the signs, you should have an easier time in identifying them when, or if, they appear, either in yourself or in others. 7 secret signs of depression to look out for. There can sometimes be signs that are easy to miss when it comes to low mood. Some of these signs may not look like they are symptoms of depression, they might seem like something else, so it's important to know the different secret signs. People react to having low mood or depression in many different ways, it's unique to everyone. However, these are some of the most common secret signs of depression to look out for. 1. Turning down activities you usually love. One very common sign of depression is that you can begin to turn down activities and events that you would usually love to take part in. This could be a hobby, a party, or even just socializing. When you suffer from low mood or depression, you can find that you begin to have little interest in things that you normally would enjoy. This is because we may feel that we have no energy or we feel drained, which results in not wanting to socialize. If you begin to see that you have forgotten about your hobbies or you have little interest in seeing your friends, family, this could be a sign that you are dealing with depression. 2. You always feel exhausted. You may find that when you are dealing with depression, you can feel extremely tired most days and have no energy. This can make you feel exhausted, even if you seem to be getting a lot of sleep. Having little to no energy is a common sign of low mood. You could be sleeping well and wake up feeling like you haven't slept at all. This can make normal daily routines hard to maintain, for example, going to work, seeing friends, or just getting out of bed. You may feel like you need to constantly nap, however, this doesn't always help. If you can, try to socialize or talk to someone when you are feeling like this. Sleeping too much can also be a sign of depression. 3. You lash out at others when you are feeling low. You are also likely to become easily irritable or angry with yourself and others around you. Sometimes you can mistake this irritability as a bad temper when really it can be something completely different. Depression is a hard thing to deal with, so there is no surprise that people can become easily agitated or angry over things that wouldn't normally cause this reaction. Some people believe that someone with depression is quiet, sad, shy, etc. However, this is not always the case. As mentioned before, depression affects people in different ways, so we cannot paint everyone with the same brush. If you feel that you are often lashing out at others more than usual, this could be a side effect of depression. 4. You can have both good days and bad days. If someone seems happy and they are experiencing a lot of good days, this does not mean that they can't be depressed or dealing with a low mood. Depression can be easily hidden, so just because someone might seem happy, doesn't mean they cannot be depressed. This is also the same if you personally are feeling happy or having a good day. You might feel that this means you can't be depressed or dealing with low mood, however, this is not always true. You can have more good days than bad days, and you can feel happy more than you feel sad. This doesn't mean that you aren't suffering from depression. Try to stay positive and feel grateful for the good days, and don't bring yourself down if you have a bad day. 5. Unusual sleep and eating habits. Another common sign of depression can be unusual sleep and eating habits. For instance, you may experience insomnia or trouble waking up in the mornings. You might find that you either can't get to sleep at all, or you sleep too much. Just like with sleeping, your eating habits can also change dramatically. Perhaps you don't feel like you have an appetite anymore, or maybe you're eating a lot more than you usually do. Both of these can be signs of low mood or depression. Try to keep an eye out for any changes in your sleeping and eating habits, as this can be a good indicator as to whether or not you may be dealing with depression. 6. Acting recklessly. Sometimes, when people are feeling low or depressed, they can turn to reckless behavior to cope with what's happening and how they are feeling. The way depression makes us feel is likely to be unusual or possibly even scary to some people. These behaviors are used as ways to handle it. However, this is not a helpful coping mechanism. Alcohol is actually a depressant, so even though at that moment, people may find it helps, in the long term, it will not bring anything positive. This is also the same for drugs and another reckless behavior that may cause some harm. Try and identify if you have been using any of these behaviors, and if so, how you can overcome it. It may be something small, like drinking a glass or two of wine every night, when you usually would only drink once a week. If you can recognize any of these behaviors, this may be a sign of depression. 7. You withdraw when you are dealing with depression or low mood. It's easy to push people away or withdraw from social situations. This can be because your mood makes you feel as though you want to be alone. You may also feel unworthy at this time, which could cause you to think badly of yourself, possibly keeping you from seeing anyone. You might find that when people are reaching out to you, you are withdrawing yourself from them. Ask yourself if you are spending most of your time alone and indoors, even though you usually like to socialize and go out with friends. This could be a sign of depression and is something to keep an eye on. Withdrawing is a common sign of depression, as a lot of people feel too drained of energy and too low to try and see other people and step out of their comfort zone.